I am so excited to be here with you. I am in beautiful Tallinn, Estonia, participating in the events through Mind Valley University, and we had a challenge. So I am posting my first video as part of the challenge, and I guess I'll keep posting. And the idea is to benefit you in some way, and I'm going to focus on this topic of reinvention where I'm actually getting ready to relocate internationally. And one thing I would be interested in finding out about is your journey. Are you attracted to circumstances, people, places, or situations that cause you to experience new opportunities? Are you attracting new things into your life? Because if you are, right, that could open new avenues in those environments where you can positively impact other people. And in my case, I am feeling that yearning to relocate, yet I'm enjoying exactly where I am, including in beautiful Tallinn, Estonia. And this is beautiful Russian architecture right here. You can see that, the Russian influence. And it's incredible because, see, you can learn about yourself in different contexts and different environments through different relationships. And the thing is, it is true in personal development that they talk about this idea of wherever you go, there you are, right? A lot of people don't realize that the number one predictor for happiness is your quality social relationships. I could also go into cases where prisoner of war folks have had to entertain themselves in their minds because they were isolated from everyone else. So it depends on the situation you're in, right? We could look at Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, and what happened in his case and what he observed in concentration, a concentration camp during the Holocaust. And it's just you have, under the most extreme situations, opportunities to really sharpen your mind no matter what is going on. It is true. At the same time, one of the best pieces of advice that I picked up from a professor in graduate school in my mental health counseling program was this idea of respecting your process. So she was a family systems professor, respecting your process. Everybody's on a journey, right? Now, you also hear that in personal development, you will constantly grow, right? You'll constantly improve. And one of the things I know to be true is that you can learn something and you can apply it, right? You learn and you apply, you learn and you apply, and you can keep improving and keep improving, right? Kaizen, the Japanese mindset too, that incremental 1% improvement. And it's so important to realize that you can be grateful for your journey and then you can move forward. I love what Joe Vitale talks about in The Secret, Rhonda Byrne's The Secret documentary. Highly recommended. I'm sure many of you have watched that documentary. And I had a chance to connect with Joe Vitale briefly while I was in Asheville, North Carolina. It was incredible. He is a bright light in the world. And he talks about being grateful for what you have now, and you can bring in more. You're grateful and you increase that gratitude. And as a positive psychology professor, it's wonderful to see the transformation in any student's life, like from the start of the course to even beyond. They'll tell me at times in week 2, it's incredible what's going on. And what you notice is the similar patterns, right? For being grateful about anything. People are grateful for a sunset, a pet, laughter, loved ones, right? Close family and friends in that case. But they find many reasons to be grateful. Their career path, their educational journey. They're grateful to me as their professor. And I'm grateful to them as my students. And, you have many, many blessings. It really is true that becomes what you notice. And, I've had the privilege of attending many seminars, including Tony Robbins seminars, right, where he had Dean Graziosi and many other speakers and trainers. And Tony Robbins says you can focus on what is wrong, and you can also focus on what's right. What's wrong is readily available, but so is what is right. And one thing I think that's really important is to look at what others are doing that you're interested in, And then, because you'll tend to notice, right? And then to see how you can bring that out in yourself, and then how you can put an original spin on that. And we'll be talking about that in future clips. But I think one thing to pay attention to is that sometimes to shake up your environment can be helpful, because you do find out things about yourself that you might not have been aware of, right? There, and it's interesting because when you go back to the same environment, and let's say at a later date, it's not necessarily the same situation, and we'll be talking about that next. But for now, just understand to shake things up. Sometimes you might need to switch environments. You might go to a conference like I'm doing, right? Or you might network and meet people, try different activities. You'll find out new things, culinary delights. You might go sightseeing. You never know, right? If you put yourself out there, you can discover new and exciting things that you could take back home to wherever that is. Or you might just decide to stay wherever you go, knowing that wherever you go, there you are. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Please leave comments below and hit that subscribe button and share this with any friends and family. God bless.